Hi everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I'm doing a review and flip through of Building Spelling Skills Grade 2 by Moor. So we started this around 6 weeks ago. We've just finished week 6 and I thought I'd let you know our first impressions and how it's going, and also to have a look inside. So I do have the teacher version. So we have got our table of contents and straight into our scope and sequence. So it's explaining everything we are going to be learning in terms of vowel teams, consonant teams, everything else, and then how to teach it. So you'll introduce the week's words, then each day there is a different activity. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You'll point out anything. For example, in this case, notice that all the words have the same vowel sound. Use a model sentence, and then you can also add bonus words as well. So there are 10 words that you do in level 2, grade 2, but there are also 2 extra boxes if you wanted to add some yourself. So Tuesday, visual memory, Wednesday is word meaning and dictation, Thursday are word study activities, and then Friday the weekly test. And all the papers are in here. We just do our spelling test in her notebook, but they do actually provide a page if you wanted to use theirs. Every Wednesday you'll do 2 sentences for dictation, and they include all of those in here for you. And they also include pull-out lists as well, because this is the teacher guide. Presumably you would send those home if you were teaching in a school, but you could also cut them out and give them to your student at home. So yes, you could cut them out and give them to your child in the homeschool setting if you wanted to. We haven't used it that way so far. Okay, so I've just skipped ahead to week 7, which is what we'll be doing next week. So as you can see at the top, it says this week's focus. We're spelling long O and long A words. We're recognising the vowel sound in do, and we're adding the ending ing with no change to the base word. So first day, Monday, copy and spell, cover and spell. You've got your 2 bonus words if you wanted to. In this activity on the Tuesday is visual memory, so you are filling out the boxes with the correct words. We're making some new words down here. We're adding the ending ing. Then, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're filling out the missing word, and then we're doing our 2 spelling dictation sentences. Thursday, we are looking at our vowel sounds and filling out the bottom section. Then Friday you would do your test, and then this is week 8. So same principle. The activities are slightly different, however they always have the visual memory, so it tells you exactly what you're doing at the top. So they always have the visual memory, and they always have some kind of vowel activity as well. Dictation is always the same in terms of that appears every week. So let's just skip ahead to, let's do week 24. So here is what we're at. So we are reviewing words with long I, long E sounds spelled Y. Spell words with the long E sound. Spell words with the initial blends. And this activity we've got change letters to make new spelling words. They also do quite a lot with rhyming as well, which I think is really good. We've got our vowel sounds. So we are filling out the words, we're doing rhyming, we are filling in missing words, we're doing our dictation, we're doubling the last consonant and adding ed to write a new word, we're completing sentences, we're using words you've just made. So this is, let's just skip again, let's go to week 30 because this is the last week. So we are spelling words with the initial consonant digraph, recognising and spelling antonyms. We're spelling compound words, and we're recognising the short E sound in again. So filling our boxes, we're writing spelling words that means the opposite. Look at each picture, circle the answer to the question. So that's slightly different, we haven't seen that activity so far. Compound words. Write the missing words on the line, and then at the back you've got a spelling record sheet that you can complete on a record if you wanted to do so. This is a spelling test sheet you can duplicate if you wanted to. We just use our notebook. And then you've got some building spelling skills to make your own spelling list. As I said, this is the teacher guide, so we've got our Dear Parents letter. This is if you want to make your own word search or crossword. They've given you some steps to make a dictionary, a spelling dictionary, which I think is a really good idea, and I'm definitely going to do this. She already has a little folder, spelling folder, but I'm actually going to make another one just specifically for the words we've learnt in this curriculum as well. Certificate at the end, and then here's your master word list, and of course your answer key. So my initial thoughts, as I said, we were only up to week 6, but I thought, it's a fair point to do our review so far. I will do another update as we get further through. But yes, so far we have been enjoying it. It hasn't been too challenging yet for her, but I think as we go further along in, it will do so. No complaints from her. She is, fine to do it and everything else, fine to complete it. It's interesting to her and engaging. So no complaints so far at all. I really like how they, it's not just a list and then you just write it down so many times. They are including different activities. So we're looking at vowel sounds and everything else, picking out important things from the words, rhyming with other words, doing some dictation and everything else. I really like that. So because it was hard for me to leave All About Spelling because I really liked the whole rules thing and everything else. Because it made sense to me, but to her, at this age, I think the rules aren't as important. It's just, well, I just want to spell the word. It doesn't matter to me currently that C says, no, it's next to E, I, or Y. But that will come with time, so I just think maybe that is something that we can pick up again with All About Spelling, where I can incorporate the two. I have been thinking about that and doing my own activities to go with All About Spelling, because I do still really like that curriculum. But we've been doing really well with this, so I'm just going to use this till the end of the year. And then when it comes to purchasing curriculum for next year, I am looking at other options. I'm looking at this, so going to the grade 3. I'm also looking at going back to All About Spelling. And I'm also looking at Spelling UC. UC is something we've never tried before. One of my friends is using it currently and is enjoying it. And I have looked at it many times, but it's not something we've ever used, mainly because I was worried about the amount of writing that was in it, because we were still doing handwriting without tears. But next year we'll be doing cursive. We're not, it's not the concentration of forming letters and everything else in the same way. So it's something I'm considering. If you've used Spelling UC, let me know what your thoughts were on it. How did your student deal with all the writing? Did they get bored with it because you have to write the same passage multiple times? How did they go along with chunking, and did it actually make a difference in terms of their spelling? Did they, pick up with the words more so than, for example, doing All About Spelling or a list? Let me know, because as I said, we've never used it, so I'm curious to know how you found it. But in terms of Evermore, so far we've been loving it. It's been going well, so we'll see. So I've got 3 contenders for spelling for next year: Evermore, going back to All About Spelling, and Spelling UC. But you'll see in my curriculum video what I decide on. Any of those I think will work. It's just making sure that my daughter's really comfortable with it. That's the most important thing, and that she's learning from it, being challenged and enjoying spelling. But there's a lot of spelling which is, in my opinion, use it or lose it. So if you're not using the words in your writing that you're learning, then obviously you're going to forget them. It's going to cause you to forget them. So I think because in 3rd grade we're going to be writing a lot more, that is going to really help in terms of remembering all the words and everything else. But so far she has been, which is good. So that's something that's a positive. And we're just going to see how we go with it. I'm happy with it. As always, I am looking at all options for the new curriculum. As you do, you review everything, and I'll let you know my final choice on my curriculum video. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.